Hello, good evening. I can't hear Felicia, but that's okay. I'll keep going while she figures that out. Welcome to season 14, episode 9 of Live with Fifi and Freddie. Welcome back to your Wednesday night conversation. I, of course, am not Felicia. I am Freddie. Felicia is over there looking very wintry and yet silent. No idea why we can't hear you, but that's fine. I'm making sure it's not me. It's not. I can hear other things, so we're at least it's not me. So today we're gonna be talking about things like heartbreak and devastation, echo from overseas and locally, clean water, coastlines, and other bits of good news. And for my tip tonight, we're going to be talking a little bit about keeping busy and why we keep ourselves busy, because that's an important thing to look at. All right, let's see. I think we already asked that question, so I'm going to go ahead and skip it. You can get exclusive content on our Patreon at patreon.com/let's have a Fifi. No, it isn't. Patreon.com/live with Fifi and Freddie. I don't know where the fuck my mind went. It's close enough. It's fine. I was close. Patreon.com/live with Fifi and Freddie. We would like to thank our current patrons who we appreciate so much. Bill, Brandon, Cassandra, Chris and Michelle, D, Drake Jensen and Michael, Casey Starr, Carrie and Corey, Joan, Laura, Madam Askew and the Grand Arbiter, Nicole, Patricia Mason, and Shannon. You can get all sorts of,
Hello.
Oh, there she is. Look at that.
When in doubt, press the button on the mic.
Is that what happened?
I didn't know that it had its own separate mute button. But anyway. Happy Wednesday. How the hell is everyone?
And of course, a huge shout out to Wigs of a Kind for supporting us this season. This is obviously not a Wigs of a Kind wig.
It could be.
I mean,
look toward the front, not the back.
Right. I had a hell of a time trying to brush it out, so I gave up on the back part of it. I'm like, as long as the front is brushed out, we're fine.
You sound like me.
Just ignore the rest of it. Just ignore the rat's nest behind me. It's fine.
Shh. It's okay. Oh, wow. And I had not asked, I don't think I've asked the holiday tradition that people look forward to. I think I've asked other things like, what was your favorite meal or whatever.
No.
But tradition could be like some people get Chinese food on Christmas, or
I used to get Chinese food on Christmas. And then I decided to get with somebody whose child has a birthday on Christmas. So now we do whatever the fuck he wants to do on Christmas. And it's the same thing. And I don't get my Chinese food.
And she didn't name him Jesus.
Technically she didn't name him at all.
Oh. Well, renaming is a thing too. Jesus.
So I don't know that I necessarily have like a favorite holiday. I mean, I think Friendsgiving is probably, as far as the holidays go, probably like my favorite tradition that we've started. We also, for the last couple of years, have gone down to Tucson to like walk around Winter Haven. So that's been
what's that
fun to do the last couple of years. So
I don't know.
Those are probably like Winter Haven is like this whole community that they go all out. Like almost every house decorates. They'll do like wagon rides and stuff all around it. There's like little vendors selling like popcorn and hot chocolate and stuff. Yeah, it's super fun. It's like it's a Tucson tradition. I did it for years while I lived down there. And then whenever I could during the holidays, when I moved up to Phoenix, I would go back down. So it's cute. It's fun. You go down, have dinner, and then go walk around Winter Haven when it gets dark.
Okay. Something new. I did not know that.
Yeah.
How was your weekend?
I had to think about it, and
Oh,
I couldn't remember
I
what
I
I did.
put some starters on there.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I did. I that's it. Thursday was sex trivia night over at Gracie's. That's always a good time.
Packed
Um,
house both times.
both games, packed house, although people were definitely trying to, like, argue semantics this time around.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
no.
very
Like,
technical.
right, trying to, like, argue semantics and be like, "Well, here are 3 options that I gave you as far as answers, and one of them must be right." Like, "No, no, no, that's not how that works." It's
Well, in
that's
particular, those ladies that were, very, I don't know what the word is, very adamant
right,
about their answers and looking
right,
at me like I was gonna be the tiebreaker. I was like, "We put the answers on the screen for a reason."
right. Like,
Like,
the
oh, what was it? A grain of salt is a form of
a grain of
measurement.
sand, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
no, we're like, because depending on the beach, grains of sand can be different sizes. So you can't just say a grain of sand. Although the 6-inch ovum was probably one of my favorite answers of the evening. Um,
That sounds painful.
but like, you no, like, give me an actual measurement. Like, because like I've been on sand, like, beaches where the grand is actually like, it's not as fine a grain. So what sand are we talking about? Are we talking about black sand, white sand? Are we talking about, like, so no, you can't just say a grain of sand. That's not how that works. Like, there's an actual, like, measurement for it. Um
Is that like
yeah.
people
So
that
the
measure feet and we all have different size feet?
right.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Those people.
And you can't be like, what was the other one? Oh, the 2 letters from a mental health professional for trans folks to be able to get there.
Yeah.
They're like, well, a doctor's note and a referral. No, not the same thing. Not the same thing. You can't just get any random doctor's note, and a referral is not like, no, that's 2 very specific things. Stop trying to
That's not a
argue with me.
diagnosis.
Like, that's not it's not the same. So yeah.
Literally, you had to go through this process, so
Right. I'm like, stop trying to argue semantics. Like, there are like, the answers are either right or they are wrong, and yours are wrong. So no. So that was always that stuff. I mean, it was fun. It was a good evening. Everybody seemed to enjoy themselves, and people
I
obviously learned
enjoyed the
things.
coworkers that were out for an
Oh my
evening.
god.
Accountants.
Uh yeah.
Accountants. That's what they were.
Yeah.
And what a way to get to know your,
And find out how much they did
coworker.
not know. That was
Except for, I'm assuming, the straight guy
uh
that was, like, got the gaping
they
one,
got that one, but I
like,
think they were also one of the
immediately.
ones that had, like, the 6-inch ovum. So
I was like, "Why do you know gaping?" And,
there were a couple things that I was like, "Oh,
mm,
look at you. Okay." They didn't get the word enema right, but they did get the brand.
yeah, I was like, "Huh."
I was like, "Okay, all right then." Sunday, I did a holiday themed drag story hour at Brick Road with Sassy. That was fun. Um, I like it when like, folks come out that haven't been out in a while, and like, they came out and they were very excited to see me there. They were like, we keep hoping that we catch you the next time. So I was like, yay. It was cute. It was a fun little
Mhm.
story hour. I got to read one that I was not familiar with. It's Santa Claus, Claws, dinosaurs.
Oh,
It was super cute. It was super cute. It was fun.
I'm gonna have to
It
get
was
that
very fun.
because
Yeah.
we have a little one that loves
Sassy read
dinosaurs.
one where I actually learned something new. Sassy read a book called I think it was Animals in Winter, and it was like
Mm.
what different animals do to, like, get ready for the winter. Some do this, some hibernate, whatever, blah blah. Blah. The pika, which is like a little rodent looking thing, will take grass and, like, lay it out on rocks and, like, dry the grass, and then take the grass and, like, hide it under the rocks and then eat the grass all winter.
That's so smart.
Oh, I didn't know they did that. So that was fun. But it was good. It was cute. I came home, I took a nap, got up, we attempted to finish the decorating outside.
How did
Um,
that go?
well, it started fine. So my partner and I actually got Jesus, uh, these
That
like
is
under
not a
the
wigs
eaves.
of wigs
No,
of the kind.
these under the eaves lights that are like permanent. You're supposed to like put them up and they stay there so you can just change them for the seasons or whatever, right? And it's 200 feet. So these things really like they wrap around the entire house.
Hmm.
So we're like, all right, let's figure out how we're gonna do this. So we plug them in the back, and then they would wrap around the side down where our bedroom is, and then around the front, and then all the way around the back again. So easy peasy, right? So when we start doing it, and my partner is doing it, and she's like, "I got this. If I fall off the ladder, I'll just yell." I'm like, "That's fine. Just text me or something. I'll go work
Hi,
on some other stuff."
Francis.
And hi, Francis.
Thank
And
you.
so we started working on that, and it was a pain in the ass, first of all.
I
But then she's
never
like, "You know
liked
what?"
putting up lights anyway, so
Right. And she's like, "You know what? I'm gonna try and work smarter, not harder. I'm gonna get the staple gun." And
oh,
because the way that
Lord.
they are, like you could actually staple, like, it would work. So works fine. We get all the way down the side of the house, start going around the front of the house. We get to about where the door is, and are
Uh-oh.
about to go over like that little like the overhang right there. And then all of a
Mhm.
sudden I hear shit. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, what happened? She had stapled through the light, and
No
everything
way.
from that light on completely fucked up. Won't work. So now we have like 70 something feet that's up, and then the rest of it, like 100 and something feet, are just we don't know what the fuck to do with it. I'm like, if we could find somebody that's good with electrical stuff, we might be able to cut that one light out and splice them together, but that is not me. So if anybody out
Yeah.
there is good with electrical shit and wants to come over and see if you can splice this shit together so we don't end up just because
Killing
otherwise we're gonna have to go
yourselves?
around and take down all the lights
You are.
and then have to
And then you're gonna have to buy new ones.
it's so annoying. So fucking annoying. And we were just like, fuck it, we're just, And then we put some like little lights in the little like tree with the yellow flowers that's in the front yard. Hi Marissa. Um and set up some more stuff like out front, and then go to plug it in.
And it
And
works.
again, uh, actually no, this was again, this was not me. My partner goes to plug it in on the outlet that's out front, and it was working fine, and then all of a sudden, poof, all the shit out there goes dark.
No way.
And we're like, okay, maybe we blew a fuse. So I go back to look and see if we blew a fuse. Nothing looks like it's blown. Thank you, Francis. Um, and I come back out, and it's one of those GFC ones where you have the little like breaker in the
Mhm.
thing. So I'm like, we're trying to push it and reset it, and it's not working. So now we have to replace the outlet. So yeah,
So you
we
just need an
basically
electrician at this point.
I was like, just like, God damn it. It's so fucking annoying. So fucking annoying. And now we're like a week away from Christmas, and it's like, okay, well, whatever. We'll just leave it as it is and deal
Or
with
just
it next year. Like,
go
fucking
to the
stupid.
clearance for Christmas next year.
Yeah, but that doesn't do me any good with the outlet that needs to be
Oh, I was focused on the thing I
replaced.
could fix is the lights
And
to
the
take them
lights,
down.
yeah, that's actually what we did. We got these lights at the Amazon like box store. They were really fucking cheap.
Oh.
And like they're great. They would have worked great, except now they can't. And now we either have to
Uh,
figure out whether we can splice them together, or we have to go around and undo all of it. And I'm like, "Ugh, for fuck's
it sounds
sake."
like you
So,
guys are having so much fun over there. Mhm.
so that was super fun. How was your weekend?
Not as adventurous as yours, I can tell you that.
No.
Um, I did decorate on Thursday because I will tell you, some people are like, "Oh, take your time, the holidays, it's blah, 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 it's all about the joy, blah, blah." Um, I was getting pressure from my kids to decorate. And so, um, yeah, that was it's kind of my fault because I'm done by now, and I had not. And so, hi, and then so we have 3 trees, and that took, afternoon because I had been cleaning out my drag room. I had to put all the drag that was out of my room in the living room in here. And so, decorated 3 trees, and then went to sex trivia. I was tired. Let's say I was very tired. And then came, I don't think we did anything on Saturday. I have the hardest time remembering. Uh, this is why I like start taking pictures at events so that I can like scroll through my phone.
Oh,
Like, oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
brain
yeah,
fog
yeah.
is real right now for me. I am struggling with basic recall and shit, and it's really driving me nuts. Really
Oh,
driving me nuts.
I just feel like there's a lot going on, and I'm trying to remember it all. Um, but worthy of what you guys want to hear. I missed the story hour. We missed the story hour because I was just moving so slow.
Shame.
And then, but we were supposed to go to the story hour and then go to Bluey. Uh, missed the story hour, but went to Bluey at Bookman's in Phoenix. It turns out it's like the 3rd year that they've been doing it. And so, hi, Laura. Um, and kids were so excited to see Bluey and Bingo. So, and even gave a hug to each of them. Usually, one of them is afraid of like Santa Claus and the bunny. And so, this was to us as she was just like, oh my gosh, and then hugged both of them. So, and Sprouts was trying to make money off of the people that were standing in the crowd, which the crowd wrapped all the way around the building.
As fucking like inflatable Bluey things. Why the fuck? Why?
They're not
Like what?
inflatable. These are like legit
Okay,
costumes. But
still.
it's for the kids. For the kids. So, at this time of year, the kids get so antsy, anything is whatever. And then on Monday, we went to a Christmas pageant after hearing the song rehearsed over and over. And now I know what my family goes through and over out of this room. See? Full circle moment. I will listen on headphones from now on because, yep, rocking around the Christmas tree
Yeah, but I
is.
feel like that there's a big difference between like, listening to the child.
Well, the child had to practice singing it. And
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a big difference between listening to that over and over again than, just
I don't sing along. Well, sometimes I do, but depending on the song. Um, but yeah, that was fun. That was fun. I'll have to send you the recording. It's very,
thank
very
you.
interesting.
Thank
I'll
you.
include you on this
I
exclusive
appreciate it.
journey. I know you're gonna want to see this. I know it's so amazing.
I
I know
can't
you want
wait. I
to.
am
I
very
know you're looking
excited.
for it on Amazon Prime. I saw you looking for it. So. But let's get into the tip, shall we?
Let's. Okay, so my tip tonight is for a variety of reasons. Um, it stems from various conversations with people, conversations that my partner and I have had, conversations that we've had with the kids. Like there's a
Mm.
few contributing factors to this evening,
Thank you.
and
Thank you, everyone. Mm.
right, and I think it's especially kind of poignant like around this time when people are busy anyway, or at least they try to be busy, or they want to be busy, or they think they want to be busy. Um so we're going to talk about keeping busy and whether it's masking or fulfilling,
Mm. Mm.
because we all know those folks, and maybe we've even been those folks sometimes, who always seem to be busy. And not just the like I have a busy weekend ahead kind of busy, but the never home, no real free time, ships passing in the night kind of busy. um
You're
and
welcome.
like there like I have the occasional, busy weekend, sometimes the occasional busy week, if they're like
Sometimes a busy month.
kid things happening, like if the youngest has, a concert or a theater thing or a play or
Mm.
whatever. But in general, my life is actually pretty chill, like
You don't
outside of
say.
like running errands and the usual life shit. Like I really
Mm.
like, as far as like my schedule, like my calendar isn't crazy. It really isn't.
Mm.
Um, I choose what I want to do, when to do it, and who to do it with. And I'm actually pretty picky about all of those things. Like, you won't find me just saying yes to all the things or, whatever. So, on the flip side of that, I see so many people, and there's people that are they're not really in our, well, I guess some of them are in our bubble, but like there are people that are kind of in our
You mean
bubble
inner
that are kind of a
circle
bubble adjacent,
or
like
bubble?
yes. But again, these are conversations that we've had with the kids, so it's people that they sometimes, it's like some of them are people that they sometimes interact with. Um,
Mm.
but these people who stay busy, like they stay so busy that they don't even have time for themselves or their partners or their kids or whatever. Like they have their day job, then they have like whatever side hustles they have, and then maybe they're taking classes on top of it, or like they have, a day job plus their side hustles, and then they're performing like 4 nights a week. Like it they and if my partner watches this, which she may not be watching tonight because she is not home at the moment,
Mhm.
but if she watches it, she'll know who I'm talking about specifically, especially if I mentioned that we talked about it with the kids. But it's like, what is your motivation for being so damn busy that nobody sees you, your family doesn't see you? Like, who is that benefiting? Who is that benefiting? And if you
Mm.
are so busy that you feel like you have to announce on social media that you need to take some time for yourself, eh, like is it necessary? Like do you really think, like,
I would say
mm,
that I have noticed that, not people that I know regularly, but, I know that some celebrities, some mainstream, like, drag performers have kind of, like, overbooked themselves lately,
mm,
or they got to a point where their body just said, "Okay, you have 27 tour dates in 15
right.
days," but, the body says, "No." That's
Right,
very
and I mean,
ambitious
we
of
we
you.
even see it locally where people aren't paying attention to shit, and they end up double booking and triple booking, and then they have to try and either try to figure out how they get from one gig to another, or they have to cancel, and it's like, "Okay, but I know you have a calendar, so like, oh look, she's watching. Um, but it's like I know you have a calendar. So how did you end up double booking yourself? Like, how do you end up triple booking yourself when you know you have these things that are happening? Like, I don't know. But it's like being busy is fine, but
Mhm.
you're busy in order to either hide issues or because you don't want to have to deal with stuff happening in your life. Like, that's a problem. And that happens way too often. Way too
I
often.
I think we talked about this before kind of,
Mhm.
because I was a victim of said busyness. Um, Now I'm a little more cautious to say. And some kind of realization came over me that, like, your employer is gonna, like, replace you when you die.
Your
Um,
employer doesn't give a fuck. As soon as you die, they're gonna have a wreck out there to replace you. Like, they're
yeah.
not gonna care.
The clients I work for, if I pass away or whatever, they'll go to
Right.
somebody else,
Right.
or they'll find
Nobody's
somebody
really
else
gonna
to do the
care.
things.
Right.
So, on the nights, like, I feel tired, I'm like, "Could this wait? Will it wait?"
Right.
Yes. Um, of course, things happen, but, you know, um, if it's general or I'm ahead of schedule, then I generally, especially more recently than not, I will go to bed at like 9 o'clock because my
I
body is
mean,
like,
that's yeah,
hey.
and I think for a lot of people, and I think both you and I have done this. I know I have, but
Mhm,
being busy is a way to mask things like depression, anxiety, ADHD, problems at home, etc. Like, I've
mhm.
totally done it. Like, I've had, been in shitty relationships, and I will do everything I possibly can to be busy and out of the house because it's easier to be busy and out of the house than it is to be home and deal with the bullshit.
One of our
Um,
longest seasons. I'm just kidding. Uh,
right. Like, like, my we it's easier sometimes to just be busy than to deal with stuff,
mhm,
you know? And, I've if you, in the past, it's been really easy for me to just kind of throw myself into drag, and then I don't have to deal with shit. And if I do it well enough, no one really knows that I'm going through stuff. They're just like, "Oh, look, Freddie's really getting out there." They
yeah, it's
don't know that
busy.
things are a fucking mess. Like, they don't know that, I'm depressed and miserable, even though a lot of times drag was sort of the catalyst for being miserable
Mm,
in a lot of ways, but it was still easier for me to just throw myself into it because it was still easier
mm,
than being at home, you know?
mm,
And kind of, adjacent to that, you have the folks that do things, for the community, but not necessarily for the good that it does, but for the pat on the back, for the
mm,
recognition. And they like the optics. They like being seen, and they have to announce every time they do something in the community rather than just doing it for the sake of doing it. And that almost goes along with the same issue because you're doing all these things so that you can get that validation.
mm,
And it's not a matter of, it's like the people that go out and feed the homeless or whatever, but they have to have their cell phones on them. Let's get a video of this, and it's like, you don't eh, it's there's
I'm kind
all
of
these.
torn between that. I feel like sometimes people do need to post more about being in the community because the trash, the slop, as the word of the year is
Right.
for one of the
From
dictionaries,
Webster's.
um, is of a nature that we're not focused on each other. So I don't mind seeing the community things. It's when I see the community things that look like, um, first and foremost, I will say that I don't like in poor taste when people take pictures with those that they're
Right.
serving.
Right.
to make it look
Right.
like when celebrities serve at soup kitchens. I don't wanna see a video of you serving at the soup kitchen. You can take a
Just
picture in front of the
right,
building if you want to,
right.
but don't no. No,
Like,
no.
just do it. Just do it for the sake of doing it, not
Mhm.
because you need that pat on the back, not because you need that extra validation, not because you need, you know what I mean? Like, just do it
But I
because
will
it's the
say
right thing to do.
that as an entertainer, if I'm out and about serving the community, I do it more of, "We gotta disrupt this timeline, and you should know that you're supporting somebody that's helping the community," or
Right, and I think there's a line, though, between, like, "Hey, we're doing this thing," you
Mhm.
know, come out and, trying to encourage people to come out and do it, and then there's the people that just seem to do it and can't ever just do it. Like, there's stuff that I do that I don't say anything about because it's not necessary.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to announce every time I do something for the community. I don't have to announce every time I go out and you know what I mean? It's like you can do it. There's a way to do it without making it look contrived, without making it look like you're doing it for, the likes or the pat on the back or the recognition or you know what I mean? Like, there's
Mhm.
yeah. Um and on sort of adjacent to that, so like there's all these different sort of things that I think people tend to do that I think is are definitely part of either masking or trying or almost like an avoidant type of thing. You've got the people that are excessively busy, right?
Mhm.
You've got the people that are always doing stuff for the community, but you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then you've got the people that are like the serial monogamists. They are in a new relationship every other week without giving themselves time to like vet anyone new, like not quite a vine swinger, like they don't necessarily have a hold of the one before they let go of the other. But you see
There's
these
some of
folks
those too.
and right. But you see these folks that are like they're constantly in a new relationship and they're always have they post about their new relationship, how great their new relationship is.
How
And
in
it's
love they are.
right, and it's literally, like, every other week, and then because the next week, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, this person was a complete dickhead. This person was a complete douche. Oh my god, it's so over, blah, blah, blah," and it's like, you didn't even give anything like, you had just
Do
ended it with this person, you got in with this person. It's not even a
so somebody told me
relationship. You
that
can't,
this is
like
like, trying to find oxygen, but you're looking for it in the wrong places. So, like, when you break up from a relationship, this is gonna get scientific. Let me bore you. But, like, hot air, whatever, and then but you don't let each other breathe, or you don't
right,
let yourself breathe, then you just continue the hot air, just
right,
and you're like, "Wait a minute, where's your oxygen? Like, did you give yourself
right.
time to breathe?"
No, they didn't, and it's like, you you've gone on, like, one date with somebody, and all of a sudden you're in a relationship. It's like, okay, but you don't know the person well enough to be in a relationship, but are you,
Also, do people vet
like
other people? Like, I feel like sometimes people, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you
yeah,
see,
I
like, the person and you're like, you know that they just went out with this person
right.
and, like, their business was out on the
There's
street.
some people that I wanna be like, "You literally just, like, got out of a relationship. Can you not jump into another one right now? Like, how this is what you've
Mm.
been doing for the last, like, year. How has this been working out for you?
No, I mean,
Stop
like,
it."
how they jump into,
Like
like, not so good people, like, all
well,
of us
that's
see
that's
it.
the thing, that because they do that, and then they'll, like, break up with them a week later and be like, "Oh
I
my
can't
god, this
believe he
was
broke
such a"
my heart. I'm
right,
like,
I'm like,
"Girl, we saw this on the internet, like, 3 weeks ago.
"Right, like, this
Did you not vet the other partner?" They tagged them, like, religiously.
right. So, I think that as we are sort of inching closer to the new year, and I'm not a big fan of, like, resolutions per se,
We set goals here.
set goals, intentions, whatever, But
Mantras.
this might be, a good time to really kind of take a good look at your life and what you do and who you do it with. Are you busy because you enjoy it and it is fulfilling and it is adding something to your life and to the lives of the people in
Others.
your life?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you busy because you're avoiding other stuff?
Now, I will say that I have noticed that some people will admit that they're single and they don't like being alone. Now, if you admit that, um,
Right, but there are
it was
ways to you can be
necessary.
single and not like being alone and be able to not jump from one relationship to another, and I use the term
Hmm.
relationship very loosely. Um, are you more concerned about the optics of you doing things for the community than it is what you're actually doing? Are you jumping from relationship to relationship without coming up for air because the idea of being alone and sitting with yourself is scary? And that is a big thing. Whether
Mm.
you're and that goes with all of it. Like, are you busy? Are you constantly throwing yourself into things? Because sitting with yourself isn't something that you want to do.
Now,
And that can be a really, really hard realization for some folks where
hmm,
you really have to sit back and be like, okay, I don't have time to think about what I'm doing, and I don't have time to process and reflect and all of this. And that might be why I am constantly doing things. That's why I'm always running for another pageant. That's why I'm always, you know what I mean? Like, there's always something. People
oh,
can't
there are
just
the people that are career pageant runners. So,
and if you watch them, it's like you literally just finished one. Like, so your entire life is planning pageants. Everything that you do is like geared towards prepping for
there are,
pageants. There's nothing in between. And like
I will
again,
say
like
that even outside of our community, there are people that continuously run for pageants. Like it's
mhm,
their career.
right. And
So,
again, while you're prepping for a pageant, because we've both done it,
hmm,
like, it is time consuming. It is all consuming. You have to worry about everything. Even if you already have a package ready to go, it's never
hmm,
that ready to go because you can always be tweaking this and tweaking that. And then there's rehearsals and there's choreography and there's all these other things that go into it.
never
Your life is nothing
choreography.
but prepping from one pageant to another pageant, which means that you really, if you think about it, I guarantee you that having a conversation with some of these people, that's all they're talking about.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all they know how to talk about. There's nothing else. It's like drag and pageantry. There's nothing else. They have no concept of being able to carry on a conversation about anything else.
I was like
And
that for a while.
like, if you are not able to like, can you quit cold turkey and not do a pageant for a year? A
I
lot of
haven't
these
done
folks
one in
can't.
nearly 20 years almost.
I know. I feel
I
like
know,
we
and I
should
get asked all
time
the
to get you back out
time.
there. Uh,
Kids are expensive. I can't afford pageants when I have kids.
oh God, tell me about it. But I think that that is one of those things where you have to really take a look at how you spend your time and who you
Hmm.
spend your time with. And it has been there have been far too many reminders as of late that life is far too short,
Including this week.
including this week.
Oh my god, the internet
And
made me cry.
I like, there are way too many things. And if you are staying so busy that you are neglecting your friends and family, even though you think you maybe it's going to benefit them in some odd way, who the fuck knows? Like, I suggest stepping back and taking a good look at it, because in the end, the only thing when you are gone, the only thing that people are really going to have left are memories. So we said this a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
make the memories. And if you are
Absolutely.
staying so busy that you can't do that, then it may be time to reevaluate some stuff. So there you go.
Indeed. Oh, well, 'tis the season. I feel like a big part of my end of year is, of course, doing all the things. Oh my god, you
It's
need to save
fine.
that. You need to save it for Halloween and make cobwebs format. Anyway, I feel like I have worked on myself a little more this year. Come to some realizations this year. Um, but I will say that we discussed this in the past, and I was using literal mask of drag to hide
Mhm.
from myself and from others. So, learning to live with is very hard. Um, I will say the thing that got me out was having a hardcore therapist that was like, no, no, you need to like look at this. And the hardest thing is looking in the mirror at yourself. Um, it's not just a song. It's literally the hardest thing that you can do sometimes. Even as a confident person, you just like, ugh. But we we will go on, and we're gonna get into the news.
Yay.
So I tried to keep the news a little mix. I do have a WTF. I didn't write it on the show sheet, but something a little tragic happened. Not a little, a lot tragic. Um, Director, um,
Rob Reiner.
yeah, Rob Reiner was murdered alongside with his wife by his son and discovered by his daughter. Now, the part that is a WTF. That was a WTF part one.
Yeah.
The part two, everybody's out here mourning his work, his life, him as a person. The Obamas know him, you know, all this stuff. Obama comes out with this beautiful, well written note. Of course he did.
Jesus Christ.
Dump truck decides to write a note on social media that says he probably was killed because he was anti-Trump.
Right. I mean, talk about Trump derangement syndrome. I feel like Trump derangement syndrome shouldn't be the people that are anti-Trump. They should be the people that are supportive of Trump.
That only makes sense. That only
I
makes sense.
when we were, I think we were on the couch when we were kind of watching the whole Rob Reiner thing unfold, and I it was one of those things that it was like, what the fuck? Like it was obvious when it said, they were found,
Mhm.
in their house or whatever, and it was like, what the fuck? And then it was like, he's responsible for some of
Some
like
epic moments that
my
are
some I have
stamped
some
in culture.
core memories around like The Princess Bride, When Harry Met
Mhm.
Sally. Like those are two of my favorite movies, and I was like, what? Like
Yeah.
it, this is crazy. It's crazy. Like I,
And the crazier part is that we don't have a leader that is compassionate enough Um,
That I don't even I
I
can't
know. It
it's not
just
even
felt
surprising anymore. It's like
just
it's just not.
felt
Like,
dirty, it felt sleazy, it felt like slop.
well, what I hope will happen at some point is the history books will print things like his response to stuff and his random word salad bullshit in the history
Mhm.
books as proof of
Like,
what a
copy and
complete
paste the
fucking
tweet
moron.
itself and put it in the book,
Like,
please.
right. Like, I have a feeling that those things will happen because and the stuff that the White House has been posting, like, I have a feeling that like, talk about what the fuck. Like, I don't even
I
I
have looked at
can't.
those, but I cannot even bring myself to bring them to the show. I
I
cannot,
don't oh,
'cause
I have a WTF real quick.
yeah.
So, did you see, the all the Vanity Fair pictures of all the white the people
No,
that work in the oh
I
my
missed that.
god. Uh, they did them dirty, but I love it, um,
Should we look this up?
because you should. So and this is
So
not
I'm looking
about
up Vanity Fair White House.
yeah, this is not about, like, body shaming or anything like that, but what they did was they took a lot of close-ups of people and
Oh
did not
my
retouch
god.
them. Right. So,
White House
what's her
leaders hope to
name?
cut through.
Uh, like, God, what the hell is her name? Why is my brain press secretary? She is 28, 28. I believe she's 28. She's not even 30.
Uh-huh.
And with all of these people,
Oh, I
you can
think I
be like,
saw somebody commenting on this. They're
right.
like,
Like, oh my God, hate ages you. Hate turns you into a fucking hag. And it's like you can see all the lines in her face. You can see the marks from the lip
"She's only
fillers. You can
28?"
see, yeah, yep,
God, she looks like somebody's mother.
yep. I'm like, this is what happens when you are so full of hate and ignorance that like all of them look the same. If you look at them, even like every single
Well,
one of them,
I was living for somebody was like, "Hey, so if you actually supported gay people and queer and trans people, we
right?
probably would have done this right because like your makeup, like her makeup is
Hmm.
done not correctly, especially
Hmm.
that contour on her nose." I
Hmm.
did see this,
Yeah,
and somebody was like, "Especially those needle marks on the top of your lips. If
yeah.
you wanted fuller lips, we know people. In fact, we
Like
do them
they
ourselves."
with no retouching, like you are not even 30 and you look like hell. And that is what happens when you are so full of just hate and ignorance
I don't
and
even wanna show them. I
no,
have
don't.
done
But it's
very well about
yeah, I
not
wouldn't.
showing
But
people.
yeah, it's like, "Oh, girl. Well, yeah, that's good for you.
Good for
Good for you."
I'm just now seeing because I have some things, um, that they decided that they won't call a vote to extend to, enhance the subsidies under
Mhm.
the Affordable Care Act, which, effectively is guaranteeing that they will expire at the end of the month. That
Yep.
means higher insurance premiums will go into effect for millions of Americans who get coverage through Obamacare next
Yep.
month.
Yep.
So there's that.
Hashtag winning.
I know that Freddie wants me to talk about this, so I'm going to. Because I want to. I don't usually. I keep her out of my news, but we need some lightheartedness. Mariah Carey, the songbird, brings um, some light to this horrible news thread that we have going on because I have other things happening. So for good news, Mariah broke her own record with the number one single being um, 20 weeks on the Billboard Hot 100 with All I Want for Christmas Is You. In fact, I heard that it's almost like the Whamageddon that people are trying to avoid the song. And I'm like, is that because Wham is like number 2 or number 3 on the charts? Does this help them in some way? I don't know. That's not the only record that she set. The song is now 18 times platinum, which makes it diamond certified. And it's the longest running number 1. Previously, Little Nas X had it. And then she, in good humor, put the torch on social media that she had taken it back. The album Merry Christmas, originally released in 1994. Isn't it weird how all this stuff that was released during like our childhood or early teens is like making this huge comeback? It's so interesting. Because there's other things.
It's vintage.
Oh, am I vintage?
Probably.
Oh, wow. Anyway, the Mariah Carey Merry Christmas album is now certified diamond with 10 million copies sold. But I think that also includes streaming. I can't figure out the math with now streaming being attached to it because they barely pay for that. I'm so sorry, independent artist. This will be Mariah's 3rd diamond certified album, joining Music Box and Daydream, and which makes this now 3 consecutive albums certified in 1993. Well, the albums were released in 1993, 94, and 95. They weren't certified in those years, but so.
Oh, did you see that as of 51 minutes ago?
What?
All I Want for Christmas Is You is no longer number 1.
Oh, wow. Thanks for bringing bad news to my good news.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much.
Last Christmas by Wham is now at the number 1 spot.
I mean, I could take that. that. So maybe it is a good thing that Whamageddon is a thing.
Maybe.
I'm not one of those people, like, when people get insulted, like Beyonce, like the Beehive, that is in full effect. If anybody has seen the internet go wild, you insult Beyonce and it's like,
oh God, it's ridiculous. It's insane.
But as long as you keep don't act like you're trying to attack me, because I have nothing. She's earning the money. I'm just sitting here. If I was earning her money, I could possibly be sitting here, but we probably would be like, a little later.
Right. Right.
And this ties the record with Whitney Houston and Shania Twain. I didn't realize that there were so many records on the Billboard 100 Hot 100 that were by women, but nobody really talks about that. Why is that?
Gee, I don't know. Why doesn't anybody ever talk about women who are successful? No idea. Can't imagine. Seems very uncharacteristic of anything.
The misogynistic world that we live in. Anyhow, and she announced that she's opening the Winter Games. Is it in Italy? I wrote that.
Yes, it's in Milan.
Milan, darling. Anyway, so.
And the only reason I happen to know that is because I saw a commercial that had Dua Lipa on it. And the only reason I know that it was Dua Lipa was because she made a levitating reference. Otherwise, I would have no fucking clue who the hell it was, because I don't care.
Wow. Wow.
I am the worst person when it comes to like celebrities. I could be surrounded by celebrities and I wouldn't recognize most of them. I'd be like, I have no idea who that is.
Wow. I'm here to help you. It's okay.
Thank you. Well, you're here to help me with general everyday people, because I don't recognize them either.
That is true. Um, and other good news, I think it is, a statue of Barbara Rose Johns, who historically was a Black teen who led the walkout in 1951 to protest the horrendous conditions at her segregated high school in Farmville, Virginia. It was also one of the landmark cases known as Brown versus the Board of Education that struck down segregation in education.
So,
And the statue replaced the Confederate general who fought to preserve slavery, Robert E. Lee. Why are there so many statues of this man? Anybody
so
find that
to
weird?
to give everybody a little bit of context, because people seem to think that racism, segregation, the Jim
It
Crow
started
era, things like that.
yesterday.
No, they seem to think that they were like in the very deep, deep, like past. And
Oh,
so,
who did that?
1951, my father was 14.
Hmm.
So my dad would have been going into high school during the time when they were trying to get things integrated.
Mm.
So, and my father is still alive.
That's the
So,
part that people are like not
like, right. People
clicking.
seem to think that it was some distant past of like hundreds and years ago. Like it's not. There are plenty of people. Barbara Rose Johns is still
Still alive.
alive.
Hmm.
Still alive. She is not some long dead historical figure. Like, she is still alive. People that
Hmm.
she went to school with are still alive. Like, my father would have been old enough to go to school with her.
Hmm.
Like, this is not some ancient history thing that this country did once. It's
Well, and people
very
treat it
current
that way.
history, and it's still happening. It is still happening. So,
Tell me about it. Also, want you to know that if somebody says something to you that you may think is um, a microaggression or offensive, take that, seal it in a plastic bag, think about it, don't respond to that person, and walk away.
mm,
That's not offensive. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I feel like we should talk about. I know we've talked about it briefly at other points, but I feel like
We haven't like
microaggressions we should play.
dove into
I
it.
think we should take a dive into microaggressions at some point
Yeah.
this season. Maybe come
Ooh,
back after the
especially
new
the
year.
queer ones.
Oh God,
Mm.
so many microaggressions. Yeah, I feel like that's
Mm.
definitely something that we
Being
need
black
to.
and gay has double microaggressions.
Oh my God, pick one. You can't have both. Pick a fucking struggle. Jesus, you can't
Uh,
have all
so,
the struggles.
so I think that on what Freddie is saying, I think it is great that the statue is there. I think it's very there's irony in there. But I wonder if dump truck, because he always finds some kind of fucking reason to put himself in this, and
Of course,
might say like, oh well, we need to put that back at the Capitol. There's
right,
no need to put this.
right,
You know what they're thinking, um, up there. She doesn't need to be up there because they're
right.
28 and look 46. So how? Oh, that contour on that nose was horrible. Just
I'm
saying.
like, I'm almost 50 and I feel like I'm aging better
Ugh.
because
We
I'm
should
not
take up
filled with
close photos. Where's Gonzo?
hate and
Happy birthday,
ignorance.
Gonzo, by the way.
Oh yeah, seriously.
Tragically, on Sunday, um, there was a mass shooting. A man took down one of the gunmen, which was a father and son, responsible for the mass shooting at is it Bondi Beach or
Bondi, yeah, Bondi Beach.
um, in Australia. It was the mass shooting killed 15 people during a Hanukkah celebration at Sydney's Bonsai Beach, or Bondi Beach, excuse me. And it's being named as a terrorist attack inspired by the Islamic State. Um, and I think there was more on it this morning. I did this last night. I just, and I will point out that there are differences between Australia and the US. Let's proceed.
Hmm.
As tragic as this is, there are two things different. Um, the Prime Minister, the Home Affairs Minister, Tony Burke, identified Ahmed Al Ahmed. This is his name. I did not make this up. As the Australian hero. Um, he was he's a father of two. He was shot in the shoulder. He's a fruit shop owner. You don't need to know that, but he's a regular, everyday guy that went after it. But he was not the only
No.
guy that went, or person, excuse me, that went after this shooter. There was a couple identified as Sophia and Boris Gurman that tried to stop the gunman before the attack even occurred. And I warn you that if you Google this, um, I was like in tears last night because there is sensitive videos
Hmm.
out there of this happening. Wow. In January, the couple would have celebrated their 35th anniversary. I'm trying not to cry. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And literally they did everything together. And to think that they went out doing this together. Whew. This is a hard hitting one too. And
Yeah.
I did some research on the Holocaust when I was like in high school and kind of got very um, got to know some of these people by literature. And I remember reading about Alex. So it was weird that this man had survived the Holocaust
Yep.
to be shot down by people at a celebration which celebrated his faith, his religion.
Yep. But tell me
Alex,
again that anti-Semitism doesn't exist.
oh my God. And here is where the US or Australia differs from the US. So, not even ours didn't even think twice of putting this out into the media. The prime minister is set to push a stricter set of gun control laws after this
So,
took place.
to put this into context for people that
Yeah,
are not aware,
please do.
Australia has some of the strictest gun laws out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are very strict with their gun laws. And people are like, yeah, but look, there's a shooting just happened. You're right. It was the first mass shooting in 30 years.
And I don't
30
believe
years.
the gunmen were not from there.
Correct. 30 years. Meanwhile, we have mass shootings that literally happen every day.
200.
And we still don't have any sort of stricter gun laws. We don't give a fuck. One mass shooting happens in 30 years, and Australia is like, nope, we have to do better. Meanwhile, here, everybody's like, well, if everybody on that beach had a gun, blah, 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 blah. No. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works.
They value human life over there.
How many fucking people here carry guns and we still have gun violence?
Mm-hmm.
How many people here have either concealed carry or not concealed carry permits and shit, have weapons on them all the fucking time, we still have mass shootings every fucking day. So obviously, carrying guns is not going to stop gun violence, because they have had one mass shooting in 30 years. We have one mass shooting about every 30 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Statistically. Mm-hmm.
right. So for the people here, they're like, well, if they had been carrying guns, no, it is apples and oranges. It's not even apples and oranges. It's not even fruit. It's not even the same fruit. They're not even on the same planet. You literally have Australia that already has incredibly strict gun laws, and they have one mass shooting in 30 years, and the immediate response is shit.
Yeah.
We have a mass shooting every fucking day, and our response is
thoughts and prayers.
I don't know what we could do to make it better.
Thoughts and prayers.
Right. So, yeah, no. For the people that are saying that Australia could have done whatever, no. If you look at it in context, it's bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. We are in no position to try and school anybody on gun control or how to prevent mass shootings or how to prevent gun violence. We are the worst fucking people on the planet to be trying to school anybody else on that. So no, shut the fuck up, period.
Yes. So I intermix these after I wrote the show sheet. I literally had to no, that's what, no, I was not, I talk with my thumbs, I'm so sorry. But I needed like a moment before I could go lay down, because I was just like, this is happening. And Australia has also, I mean, I'm not saying I would pick up my bags and go to Australia, because I'm sure there's things there that are not aligned to me, but that is a big thing. Also, they're breaking records and donating blood and plasma at high numbers, breaking records to help people that have either been injured or um, like in all instances, what I have seen so far, they turned around and just said, okay, well, and because in instances, I feel like we say, well, that's not my community, I can't help them.
Right.
In this instance, they all turned around. There's lines out the door to the blood bank. You never see that here.
No. No.
So, I don't know. Anyway, let's go on to let's lighten it back up. Sorry to keep you on a roller coaster, but folks were saying we need some good news with the heavy. I will say, actor Dick Van Dyke celebrated his 100th birthday.
That is crazy.
And still is dancing. What? Can I have what he's having?
Seriously.
And he has credited that. I read a whole bunch of things. The diet he's on has been scientifically proven that, he eats fresh fruits and vegetables, yada yada yada. But I don't have the willpower and the.
I enjoy food. I bless him, but I don't need to live 100 if it means that I don't get to eat
Not
what I would
eating.
like to eat.
Also, he credits that in situations remaining positive and remaining calm, he believes, as we have seen in the Vanity Fair photos, that being mean or being hateful takes so much out of us, and it can be the killer that we hold on to. It's the silent killer,
So
as most people say.
who decided, I would like to know, that Jojo Siwa would be the best person to do Step in Time at his 100th birthday celebration? Because it was
I tried to black
Terrifying.
that out, so
Like, who
why did you
decided
bring
that,
that?
like,
I tried
she
to
would
black
be
that
the
out.
best
Why did you
person to put
bring that up?
I
I tried
I
to black that
I
out.
like, don't
Why
just
would you
why?
bring that up?
Why? Of all the fucking people, there are probably 100 other people that I feel could have done that much better justice than whatever the I
Where was, what's his name? He's, like, one of my favorites, Derek from
Derek
Dancing with.
Huff.
Yeah, like, where was
He
he?
could have oh my god, Derek Huff could have done a great job at that.
Yeah.
But no, fucking JoJo Siwa,
Wow.
for some reason, like,
Was chosen.
why? Why?
Her booking
Why?
fee, it was low. She was available. They were like, "Sure, why not?"
She probably paid them. It's like
She's like, "Please, just let me do it." France, um, is introducing a repair bonus that gives people money back for fixing their clothes, shoes, and electronics. And it's helping cut waste and extending product life. Clothing, if you didn't know this, I knew this because I watched all these documentaries where they show landfills of clothes just
right.
floating. Um, Clothing is one of the largest types of waste, particularly due to fast fashion's rapid cycles. So I want to say like 30 years ago is where this example starts. Uh, we weren't doing the Sheins, the
Mhm.
uh, yada, 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 or we weren't doing knockoffs as fast. Um, and you would wait until the next season,
Right.
or even if it was regular clothes, you would still wait till the next season to get clothes, stay in that,
Right.
whatever. Now it's just so readily available. It goes so fast, and
Mhm.
you see stuff on the runway, and somebody's made a knockoff in like an hour,
Yep.
and you see it on like apps like Shein and Temu and all these. Um, so what happens is we are wasteful beings. We see the thing, we wear the thing, we're done with the thing, we toss it out. Not everybody donates to the thrift store or to the Goodwill or
Right.
to whatever, or turns an outfit into a new thing. I'm guilty of it, but I hold on to it for like dear life. But I have
Mhm.
outfits that I have made into different things, or
Mhm.
gowns that I've had at panels to. Um, and so, yeah, it affects the environment because people throw these things out no matter how good or how bad they
Right.
are, and they just sit in landfills, which, along with oil and energy, is the leading impact to the destruction of our
Of
planet.
right. Is
So,
it is it is it France? I know there's one it's one European country, it might actually be France, where they're setting up now in in like city squares and stuff where people are setting up tables with like
mm,
sewing machines and things like that, and you can come and bring
I
your
think
clothes and
this
they will
might be part of this
I think that's
program.
part of it. And you can bring like and there's people that cobblers that fix shoes and bags and things, and you can bring your things to the square and pay like a very nominal fee to
Mhm,
have these things fixed and repaired so that it's not just being wasted.
mhm. So, if you don't see the theme here, I'm kind of pointing out things that we have proposed in the US that we're not doing in the US, but other countries are. Like, major cities in Indonesia have noticed a drop in plastic waste. You know why? And you know what? As a result, they have cleaner rivers and coastlines after a ban on single use plastic bags. We tried that, and a lot of temper tantrums got thrown.
People didn't enjoy that.
Yeah.
Costco right now has a great deal. It's like $6 for 4 big reusable bags.
What?
Yeah,
I
it's
need to get that.
fantastic. And you just have to remember that we have to remember to put them in the car.
That's
But
always the hardest part, but
I know
that's
because you
on
have to bring them
you.
in, right? But like we try to. It's harder when we're going to the regular grocery store to remember, and we need to be better about that.
Mhm.
But we're doing better because like Goodwill now you have to pay for bags, Savers you have to pay for bags. So like if you're going thrifting, bring your own bags with you. We're getting
Oh, I
better
did
at
not know
that.
that. Okay.
We're getting better at that.
Do you just leave them in
Um,
the car? Or
yeah,
could
but then
you?
you do, but then you have to bring them in
Oh.
and remember to take them back out again. It's the taking
Mhm.
them back
Oh,
out
like
that's
after you go
the
shopping, put them back in the car.
right because you have to bring all your stuff in
Mhm.
and then unload it, and then you have to remember to put it back in the car. That's the
Well,
tricky part.
I'm at the point where I wanna get my own shopping cart.
Seriously, Jesus.
So
I try to be, I everybody knows that I do most of my shopping at thrift stores because the spending an exorbitant amount on clothes is just seems silly to me. When I'm downsizing, when I'm going through stuff and I'm getting rid of things that don't fit me anymore, I will do my best to donate it back
mhm.
unless something is like really falling apart or like because sometimes like my shoes are like if they're like
Mhm.
shredding, I'm like I'm not gonna donate these. It's shitty, so I'll toss them.
I don't donate
But
the stuff that has my name on it, though.
nothing really has my name on it. So I will like donate back to make when
Mhm.
I'm downsizing and getting rid of shit. So just to make it, like that way I have more room to get more stuff if I want to. But I always try to be better at that than just throwing things out because it is wasteful. Really
Mhm.
wasteful.
So that's all the news I have for you right now. I did read something about the dump truck was gonna be charging for people to get their visas.
He's
Or
I don't fucking stupid.
so
We're gonna
look
make it
forward
as
to
difficult
that.
as possible to like let tourists come in and then wonder why we're not having any like revenue from
Yeah.
tourism.
Oh, wow. I wonder why can't they
Right.
come in?
Right.
Why can't they work here?
Stupid.
So anyhow, uh, what do we have coming up? Next week, Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
7/4/24.
God, already? Jesus Christ.
You're welcome. It's Jesus's birthday. Funny clip that I watched. Leslie Jones was like telling people on The View, I don't buy presents for anybody. I don't buy presents for you. I don't. It's somebody else's birthday. Why do you buy presents for somebody else's birthday? So um,
Mm,
I tried that with my kids. They do not think that's funny.
mm.
So
And the problem is actually is my son's birthday.
so that would be fucked.
Be like, I'm sorry, it is Jesus's birthday. It is not your birthday. So sorry, no
Technically,
presents
Jesus
for
was born
you.
before you, so like the party is
Right.
for him,
Right.
not for you.
Nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we won't be here next week, but Jan I put January, December 30th. That's a long ass break. December 31st, Freddie will be here. Maybe I'll be lurking in the background. Who knows? Um,
I
but
haven't secured a co-host yet, but we'll see if I can
I
do
mean,
that.
if you're watching and you're interested,
Yeah.
shoot your shot. It doesn't hurt to try, but we are able to say no. I think people forget that part when they're like,
Right.
"Let me be on your podcast." No.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
We, have the right. But on the week of December 22nd, I have a virtual study hall, um, for a drag story hour. There's things jumping all over the place.
I know what
Um,
was this? I don't know what happened.
what are you doing?
You're
And
never
then
mind.
on the 27th, I have trivia, which is like young adult literature, and and the study hall is about the same thing. At Brick Road Coffee slash Empire Empower Coffee. Um, so that will be on the 27th, which is a Saturday. Oh, I have the things. Why am I not showing
And
the things?
I don't know.
Oh, that's rude of me. So we have
Yeah.
trivia, readings, prizes on the
I feel
27th.
like I was supposed to do this with you, but it was never confirmed.
Well, Michelle watches these on Thursdays. So, Michelle, please answer Freddie. He's
It's fine.
asking.
Um, and then on January 9th, we are back at the Phoenix Cat Cafe for Drag Bingo and Cats. Make sure that you
Mm-hmm.
reserve your spot as soon as you can because it will fill up. Um, it's always a good time.
Yeah.
It's always a good time. And then on the 28th of February, and I'm letting everybody know this now, is Drag Story Hour Arizona's annual fundraiser. We're turning 7.
Oh,
Yay.
lucky
And
7.
the theme for this year's fundraiser is going to be like gaming stuff. So it should be fun.
Am I going to be good
We
at this?
we are looking to secure, any raffle prizes. So if you or someone you know either has a business or would like to donate a raffle gift basket or gift cards or something to add to raffle stuff, let us know. Um,
Hmm.
Last year, what did we raise like what, 3 grand or something this year, this last one, I think something like
Mm-hmm.
that. It's always a good time. It's great. We had some amazing folks donate some amazing things, so that was really cool. So make sure that you put that on your calendar for February 28th.
I did confirm that. I do know
Oh
that.
good. Oh good.
I don't
So
know
come
if
up
you've
with a
been
good
told,
gaming
but
theme number.
yeah, I'm already thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's not too late to book us for your holiday gatherings. There are a couple more days of Hanukkah. Kwanzaa just started, and
I
Christmas
mean,
is
also
coming up.
New Year's stuff too.
Yeah. We also do virtual. Um, I'll dress. Look at we literally dress up and hang out in our rooms.
Mm-hmm. True story.
So
True story.
you too could book us. um, Let us know. It's not that hard, I promise. Message never hurt nobody. We
Mm.
have guest announcements, but check out Patreon for the announcements of the upcoming guest. I know we have some in January, but look for the folks that will be joining us on your Wednesday night conversation. I feel like there was a lot of heavy. I didn't write any closing remarks because I was so done with the news last night because I just it's pretty much what you said. Life is short. In an instance, it can be taken away from you. Locally, internationally. This week has been heavy.
Yeah.
We lost I almost want to say she was international. Because I've seen people from like all over the world commenting on the passing. Um, but anyhow, there was a something that stuck out to me today was that there was a mother of a she was from the Ukraine. Her daughter and her son went to Australia to escape the Ukraine.
Mhm.
The bigger deal was like she didn't know what her son would be doing or what he would end up in or worse, you know. And to find that her daughter had been shot as they were trying to escape the world of terror in the
Right.
Ukraine. It tells you, like we've been saying, take the pictures, do the things, spend more time with your people. It's just, it's just really precious. And this week's news was like, I cannot believe this is happening, and I cannot believe that other human beings are shitholes, for the lack of a better term, because I'm so scientific. But with that, I say take into the holidays, enjoy your time with your family, your chosen family and friends, and we will see you back for your Wednesday night conversation on December 31st. Have a good night and happy holidays. Good night.
And we'll catch you in 2 weeks.